Now, when it comes to Andrew Giles hanging onto his job, though, it seems clear that the problem here is when it comes to this Direction 99 issue, that this was a directive from the Prime Minister to sort this issue out and to get this direction in place. So surely that's why he's being protected, because if he falls on his sword over the way he's brought in Direction 99 and allowed at least 80 criminals to stay in this country when they should have, there's going to be a paper trail and at least a political debate trail that points straight back to the Prime Minister for pushing on this.
Absolutely, and obviously our senators have done a remarkable job this week, especially Senator James Paterson, in getting to the bottom of this and who knew what where. But it is remarkable today to hear both the Prime Minister and the Minister talk about a common sense approach to the words. The words are pretty straightforward and pretty black and white, that the decision makers have to take into account how long someone's been in Australia, who they're friends with, where they may have grown up, basically prioritising that person's connection to Australia as opposed to the safety that that person may have imperilled in this country.
Well, this gets to the government's spin and excuse-making that I tried to outline at the top of the program. Those words are crucial, right? And the intent of trying to satisfy Jacinda Ardern and New Zealand is crucial, right? The whole idea of this change was to provide another reason for criminals not to be deported. And they were hoping it would just apply to a bunch of New Zealanders, sure. But clearly, the whole change was aimed at giving this connection excuse to remain in Australia. It was designed to allow more criminals to stay here, yet they pretend that it's all just an unintended consequence.
And you know what the average Australian thinks, what their common sense approach is? We are so lucky to be here. Being in this country, being an Australian is a privilege, it is a blessing, it is something for which we are grateful every day. And when you break that contract with the country, you put your visa at risk. And when you put other people at extreme danger, you should expect to have your visa cancelled rather than to be able to make up some long-winded story about connection to Australia so you can stay here and, frankly, create more risk. Anyway, it's time for them to take a new approach, I think. We've gone on long enough from December to now, and I said rolling chaos. It's time for change.
Yeah, look, exactly. If you're a citizen, if you're an Australian citizen, we're stuck with you. But I'm afraid if you're not an Australian citizen, then sayonara, you've broken that contract, as you just mentioned, Zoe. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Zoe McKenzie there, Liberal MP.